Use our addition skills to learn more about place value. We will use place value to help us solve our story problems. Let's take a look over here and see what problems we have to solve. There are two classes in the second grade. Mrs. Jenkins' class has 32 students and Mr. Smith's class has 27 students. We need to find out how many students are in the second grade. What do I need to do to find out how many students there are in all? We need to add these numbers together. So we are going to add 32 plus 27. We have double-digit numbers here, and a really cool way to add these together is to use our knowledge of place value. Let's set up these numbers differently so we can see the place value for each number. Now, to make sure we have the numbers in the correct spot, let's look at each number. If we look at the 32, we can see that the 3 is in the tens place and the 2 is in the ones place. Looking at the 27, we can see that the 2 is in the tens place and the 7 is in the ones place. So do we have them lined up correctly? Great! We do have them lined up correctly. And now we can use some base 10 blocks to help us add them together. So to get 32, we need 10, 20, 30. Now, I have the 3 in the tens place, but I still need the blocks for the ones place, so I need 2 of the ones blocks. Now on to the 27. We need to get 27 blocks, and we need to start in the tens place. So here is 10, 20. Now in the ones place, I need 7 of the ones blocks, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can now add these two groups together, but to do this, we need to be careful and stay within our place values. This means that we should not add the tens blocks with the ones blocks. So we are going to join all our tens place together, and then we will join all of our ones place together. Now that they are joined together or added together, we can now start counting them. Let's count the ones first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's count the tens we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as we can see here, we have 9 ones and 5 tens. If you look at the math problem over here, you will see that 2 plus 7 is 9, and 3 plus 2 is 5. Isn't that really cool? Now let's look at a different problem. In this problem, we have 47 plus 29. Let's represent these numbers using our base 10 blocks. To get 47, how many tens blocks do we need? How many ones blocks do we need? If you said 4 tens and 7 ones, you are correct. We need 4 tens blocks and 7 ones blocks. Now to represent the number 29, how many tens blocks do we need? How many ones blocks? We need 2 tens blocks and 9 ones blocks. Now we do the same as before and put all of our tens together and all of our ones together. Let's start by adding our ones together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we need to stop here and remember what we learned about regrouping. We now have 10 ones, which is the same as one of our 10 blocks. We need to trade these in for a tens block. Remember, we can do this because 10 ones are the same as one of these 10 blocks. Let's start over and count our ones again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we put the number 6 down here under the ones. Now we can count our tens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. We can put the number 7 under the tens place. 47 plus 29 should equal 76. We can double check our work by looking at it the way we did before. If we look at the problem, we see that 7 plus 9 is 6. Wait, is that correct? No, 7 plus 9 is 16. But do you remember what we had to do when we counted out the 10 ones? We used our regrouping skills and traded the 10 ones for one of the blocks of 10. So we need to look at our 10 spot and put a 1 right here, because we had to trade the ones for 1 10. So if we add the tens column, we get 1 plus 4 plus 2. What does that equal? It equals 7. So 47 plus 29 equals 76. Great job! You guys are awesome! Remember that you will get better at this when you practice. So keep on practicing, keep learning, and we will see you next time.
All right, boys and girls. So then we're going to go ahead and start our lesson. And we are doing lesson 5 from chapter 6. So go ahead and you're going to page 471. We're going to go ahead and start. So that video kind of gave you an overview of what we're going to be doing today. So I want you guys to go ahead and keep that in mind that we are going to start adding and regrouping, and I will show you how to do that. So we're going to represent our tens by using our base 10. So when I draw this, I'm going to draw it here. So I'm going to use my base 10 to represent the number 10, and I'm going to use the little cubes to represent the number ones. So I'm going to tell you, Abby sees 19 people flying kites. Okay, so I want to represent the number 19. So I'm going to put 1/10 place, and then I'm going to put the number 19, which will be 4 little squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 squares. So I have nine squares that represent 9 ones, and I have one base 10 that represents 10s. Okay, so she sees 19 kites being flying. So then she sees 3 more people flying kites. So 3 more. So since that is 3 ones, I'm going to add them back here. So 3 ones. So I can go ahead and start counting, and I'm going to start counting the ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But in my ones place, I can't have any 10s because when I count to 10, they automatically have to be in the tens place. So I'm going to count this again, and I'm going to group them, if I have a group of 10, in the ones place and send them to the tens place. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is my group of 10. So this group of 10 is going to be here because that is my group of 10. And I now have 2 ones. And I put that little dash through the middle of the tens because I moved this tens cube to be represented in the tens place. So here I have 2 ones, and now I have 2 tens, which means 20. So I go ahead and fill this in, 22. So I know it sounds a little different. I know some of you haven't seen this, some of you have. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to practice like the video says. Keep practicing and it gets better. So it's not that hard. So I want you guys to look at our example. Right here, the first page, it says find 13 plus 8. Okay, so we're going to go step by step on how we do this, okay? So we're going to count the ones. So first, so this is our problem, 13 plus 8. We're going to count the ones first. Remember, that if you are counting the ones and there is more than 10, you need to regroup them and send it to the tens place. So here we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so there is 11 here. So I need to make sure that I am going to go ahead and group this 10, and I'm going to move it to this place because now it's a group of tenths. So here I have tens. Here I have a base 10. So this goes here. So now that's why I have 2 tens. Now let's go here. We circled them already, so trace this. And you're going to see how many, once you circle them, you're going to regroup them and put them on the tens place. And you're going to go ahead and trace the 1 because there's only 1 left on the tens place. Okay, so when you add 13 plus 8, the sum is 21. So 13 plus 8, your total is 21. You have 2 tens and 1 ones. Let's go ahead, circle the groups and show the regrouping. Write your answers. So here, we're going to go ahead and do this. So I have 15 plus 5. So this makes a 10. So this automatically goes here. So I don't have any ones left. So that means I have 2 tens and there's 0 ones, which that makes the number 20. 15 plus 5 is 20. Okay, let's look at this number right here. 19 plus 4. So you're going to go ahead. This group represents 19. This 10's base 10, and then this 5 plus 4, that's 19. And then plus 4, which is down here. So I'm going to go ahead and count. I'm not going to count. This is already 9. I know this is 9. And then one more, that's going to be 10. So this is my group of 10. So that's going to go there. And then I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 3 ones. And I'm going to have 1 and 2 tens. So if I was to count it, this means 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. This is how I would do it. Do you always regroup when adding? And you explain. So I'm going to explain. You don't always regroup when adding, but if you have more than 10s on the ones place, you will have to regroup in the tens place. So you only regroup when adding if you have more on the ones place, more than 10. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and let's do 3 more. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to regroup, and I'm going to show you. So here it says 13, so it's 10 and 3 plus 8. So this is my plus 8. So I already know that here, this is a group of 8, so I'm not going to count it. So I'm going to count 9, 10. Boom, that is my group, my base 10 group. So I know that in this group, I know that there's only 1 in the ones place. And I know that there's 2 base 10s because this is 1 and this is 2. So I'm going to write 2. So 13 plus 8 is 21. Let's go ahead and look at this next problem. 18 plus 7. So I know that this is 18 right here, this top one, and this is plus 7. So I'm not going to count this 8 because I know this is 8. So I'm going to count off 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to go ahead and group those. And then I'm just going to make sure I count my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 ones. And then I have 1, 2. I have 2 tens. So I can check my problem by counting off. I can check my problem by counting off 18. This is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I just checked my problem. You can always count off and double check your problem. Let's look at this problem. 19 plus 7. I have 19. This is my group of 19 on the top. And then plus 7 would be down here. So I know that this one has 19. So I'm going to regroup. 9 and one more makes 10. So this is my group of 10. And then I'm going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 in the ones place, so I'm going to write 6. And I know that this has 1, 2. 2 place in the 2 place in the tens. So I'm going to put 2. So I can always double check my answer by counting off. This was 19. I can count off 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And this is how you would check your answer. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to complete the rest of this page and make sure you complete the back side. So the back side is problem 12. Mr. Brown's class went to the zoo. 16 students saw the lions and 8 other students saw the monkeys. How many students went to the zoo in all? So I'm going to highlight the important information. 16 students saw the lions, and 8 other students saw the monkeys. My question is, how many students went to the zoo in all? So you're going to have to add that to find your answer. Okay, Sean has 14 video games. He is given 9 more video games. How many video games does Sean have in all? So let's go. 14, I'm going to highlight. That's the number they give me. 9 more. And I'm going to box more because that's an important word. More means adding for us. How many video games does Sean have in all? This is the question we're going to circle. Go ahead and answer that. When do you need to regroup and explain? So here is, when do you need to regroup and explain? So once you're done, go ahead and submit your work and upload it onto Schoology.